Hello. So in this video, I am explaining how I have learned API testing and what are my experiences and how I have understood to test an actual API. So this is not a complete end-to-end tutorial. So it's just a fun way of understanding how API testing as a whole works. Okay, we'll get started. So to demonstrate how API works, as a first step, we will try to understand what API actually means. This is not a very theoretical session, but practically what we have understood. So with that, I have opened an big site that I have created for no practice purpose. So we will start with this particular site. So this is a simple site where we are know they are selling party fundamentals, like what are the different things that we need for a household party. So generally, when there is a website that has been created, we classify it into three things. First is like front end, back end, and middleware. So when we tell front end, it's the actual UI. So this UI where we are seeing all the web elements directly. So when we talk about backend, it is actually the database. Here I have opened the actual Wix.com's no builder. So if you see this particular product is it is showing as I'm a product and $1 it's a spoon. So if we go to the inventory of Wix.com, so I see the same spoon here. So it is added here, which means like based on this database, whatever we are seeing in the UI is displayed accordingly. So this becomes front end and back end. So what is middleware or the actual API, which we call as application programming interface. So API is generally something that binds this front end and back end together. So what's actually happening is, let's say when I am trying to add this product to cart, in case I'm adding it to cart, then there is a request that is sent from front end to back end telling that okay, this particular action is happening where one product is getting added to that cart. So this request is sent to the back end, telling that you have to reduce one from the inventory at the same time and added one to the cart at the same time. So all these requests are sent and a response is received from that I have noted from the backend. So this is what is happening generally when there is a request response in an API is triggered. So now I'll just show you how I understood this. So for that, I'm just opening the DOM. So when you right click and click on inspect, or if you give F12, you will see this DOM. Now this is generally the code which is generating this UI. So we will open network section to understand the API. So now I'm already there in the network session. So now let's say I'm trying to add to cart. There are few things that pops up here. Okay. So of which I'll click on this GraphQL. So this GraphQL is actually an API request that is sent to add this to a cart. So if you see here, when I click it, it has few things: headers, payload, response. All these things are primarily utilized for this API validation. So generally, this header will contribute to what request has been sent. The response will give back what data it has no actually got as a response from the backend. So this is what request and response is all about. So if you see here, this request URL is sent. So if you see, this is the request URL that has been sent, and the request method is post because we are adding a new entry to the cart, and then we get a status code as 200. So we will try to understand in detail about what all these things are about. So you can try this on any website. When you perform a particular action, then this kind of API request is triggered. Okay, go on, try it yourself. In the next video, we will see one by one of how this API testing can be done. Thank you.